Welcome to Scotty B's Fitness Journey podcast. My name is Scott Blomberg. I'm the host. I'm hoping to inform and inspire others to start and continue their fitness journeys. Episode 1, The Choice. My fitness journey started in July of 2021. Now I work out 6 days a week. I've modified my diet and incorporated intermittent fasting. I've seen a lot of results. I've lost nearly 90 pounds and I feel great. I have a lot more energy. I'm a lot stronger. I have muscle tone I've never had in my life. My big, hairy, audacious goal in this is to lose another 60 pounds, which would put me right around 250. The other goal, which is a stretch goal, but I'm going to try to make it, is to be able to do pull-ups. As far as I know, I've never been able to do a pull-up any time in my life, but that's also my goal. I think if I can get to 250, that might be within my reach. So why did it take me so long? I was 53 years old in 2021 and really in a world of hurt. I weighed nearly 400 pounds. I was not working out regularly. I was having some serious health issues. My knees were just killing me. I had high blood pressure and so on. Well, I had always convinced myself that there was no choice, that I was just too busy with work and family, that my career would suffer if I did this for myself, that my family was more important than my own health. As I said, I convinced myself I had no choice. I now know all of that was wrong. But let me go back to where I was in 2021. I was morbidly obese, kind of a fun term, and it sucks. I had arthritis in both knees. I'd been told that I need at least a partial knee replacement on one side, probably on both, but that the recovery would be very difficult given my health. I had broken chairs. Maybe people don't realize, but most chairs are only rated for up to 325 or 350 pounds. The most embarrassing one of those was when I was in Dusseldorf, Germany at a business dinner. I was meeting with some colleagues from Sweden that I had just met. In fact, we were standing up and shaking hands across the table. When I went to sit back down onto the wicker chair that I was to sit on at this outdoor restaurant, and the chair collapsed beneath me. Nothing so embarrassing that I experienced. And it's not the only chair that I've broken. One time, another embarrassing thing was I was leaving an airplane in Europe and probably Amsterdam, and a flight attendant pulled me off to the side and told me that I needed to buy 2 seats next time because I was so big. I dreaded walks of any distance. It was just too painful on my knees. I would just, if I had to go to something like a Twins game or a Vikings game, I dreaded that long walk and couldn't wait to get into the seat so I could just sit down and get my heart rate and my breath back. My knees hurt so much that I remember when I would park in a parking lot and make my way into a store, I would choose my steps based upon how to get the lowest height of the curb. If there was a ramp, I'm taking it, because the pain of stepping up onto a curb was greater the higher the curb. So it sucked being obese, and so I had to do something. So as I mentioned, 2021, July of 2021, I got started, and I was starting a business with my partner, Brody Pedersen. Borderless MedDev is a regulatory consulting company for medical device industry. And we had founded the company in July of 2021, and I had already told myself that month I was going to start working out with Brody. He had been working out and still works out every day. And I decided this was my opportunity not only to get fit, but also take advantage of his knowledge of regulatory consulting, because I was just getting started and he'd been doing it for years, and this way we could see each other on a regular basis. And I would glean a little bit of wisdom from him, and we'd talk business after we worked out every day. So I had a plan. My plan was 3 days a week. I was going to go from not working out at all to 3 days a week. And so I showed up at Impact Athlete Fitness in Maple Grove. It's now in Plymouth, Minnesota. But in Maple Grove, Minnesota on July 19th, 2021. And I met our trainer, Melanie Lynn, for the first time. And I remember that first time we were in a tent because it was still COVID days. So they had set up a tent outside with some fans so we could socially distance. And each of us have our own little station, and Mel would teach us one move at a time, and we'd do interval training. The intervals were, let's say, 1 minute and 15 seconds or something like that. And that first one was just a killer. Man, I just died. There were a lot of exercises I couldn't do. I remember at one point almost doing a face plant, and Brody had to tell me, "Hey, you can't do everything that I do, or that Melanie's doing." But Mel was very patient. She's still very patient with me, and found alternatives and said, "No, okay, you can't do this exercise. You can do this other one." My goal that first time, as it is every time I go to work out, is make it through the hour. Get from the beginning of the hour to the end of the hour. I might have to slow down. I might have to take a few rests or modify, as I mentioned, but I'm going to make it to the hour. I literally put the hour on my calendar as I do for work meetings. So Monday comes and goes. I was very sore. I made it, basically through Tuesday as a recovery day, and then Wednesday showed up, Wednesday, July 21st, 2021, and that's when I got to meet Al Espinoza for the first time. Al is the owner of Impact Athlete Fitness, Plymouth, Minnesota, and I'd never met him before that day. And so that day he taught the class, and again, it was tough, it was difficult, there were a lot of moves I couldn't do. He helped me modify. I just about died, but I made it through the hour. And so then as I was leaving, Al says to me, "Well, see you tomorrow." And I said, "No, Al, I'm going to do 3 days a week, so I'll see you again on Friday." He said, "Nope, see you tomorrow." He was very insistent. I now know that he is an insistent guy, and but that's what makes him such a great trainer. And so again, I explained to him, I'm like, "Well, I think I need a day to recover, and so I'm going to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday." Well, then Al said the words that would change my life, and he looked at me with all seriousness and said, "You want to see results, don't you?" Well, I remember just stopping in my tracks and thinking, "Well, you got me there, Al, because I need results. I'm in a world of hurt, and I need to see results now." And that was when it hit me. I had an epiphany. And I realized I could choose to show up on Thursday or Friday or every day of the week or not at all. It was a choice. This idea that I never had a choice was wrong. And somehow those words that Al said to me at that moment, they brought me to that conclusion. It was a watershed moment for me. And I realized they do have a choice. And ever since that day, I have been choosing to go to the gym every single day, 6 days a week. And I've seen tremendous results. As I mentioned, I've lost 90 pounds. I was nearly 400. Now I'm around 310. Believe it or not, I don't need to have knee replacement surgery. My knees feel great. Turns out I just need to lose 90 pounds. I have no more soreness. And as far as I know, I won't need knee surgery, at least anytime in the near future. I've lost 13 inches around my waist. I was wearing 4X t-shirts. This is a 2X, and it's a little roomy even. So maybe I've got 1X t-shirts soon. I actually, my old glasses, I lost so much weight around my face that I had to buy new glasses, ones that fit me better. And I feel great. I just feel great. I've never had this amount of strength or this muscle tone. Um, so, anyway, as I said, I really just want to share my story. I'm hoping to inform and inspire others. I'm not an expert, I'm just a guy that's on the journey. And if I can inspire others, I'm going to do it because it was a very difficult decision for me to get started. It's very difficult for anyone else. And I just want to see how many people I can get into this fitness journey along with me. Thank you for listening or watching. Good luck with your own fitness journeys. If there's any way I can help, please reach out. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.